Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima, and I'm Nobin Pradhan with the evening news. The headlines: India objects to WHO methodology for calculating COVID-19 death toll. Union Minister Piyush Goyal says India's vaccination rate is more than any developed nation and highest in the world. President Kovind, Vice President Naidu, and Prime Minister Modi extends Easter greetings, and Minister Kaito and Advisor Zale Neikha to grace inaugural function of 22nd Inter-District Dr. T. Out Trophy in Mokokchung tomorrow. The details. India has objected to the World Health Organization WHO methodology for calculating COVID-19 death toll in response to an article titled "India is stalling the WHO's efforts to make global COVID death toll public," published by a US daily. Union Health Ministry said New Delhi has been in regular and in-depth technical exchange with the WHO on the issue of collecting and making public the COVID-19 death toll in the country. It said the analysis, which uses mortality figures directly obtained from Tier 1 set of countries, uses a mathematical modeling process for Tier 2 countries, which includes India. The ministry added that India's basic objection has not been with the result, but rather the methodology adopted for the same. It also said India has shared its concerns with the methodology along with the other member states through a series of formal communications, including 6 letters issued to WHO. During these exchanges, specific queries have been raised by India along with the other member states regarding the methodology and use of unofficial sets of data. The ministry elaborated that the concern specifically includes on how the statistical model projects estimates for a country of geographical size and population of India and also fits in with other countries which have smaller population. Such one-size-fit-all approach and models, which are true for smaller countries like Tunisia, may not be applicable to India with a population of 1.3 billion people. Union Minister Piyush Goyal said that India's vaccination rate is more than any developed nation and highest in the world. Speaking at a book launch of A Nation to Protect by author Priyam Gandhi Modi in Mumbai, Goyal said every Indian should take pride in the fact that India stands at number 1 in vaccination rate in the world. At the event, a discussion between Union Minister Goyal, Maharashtra's leader of the opposition Devendra Fadnavis, and author Priyam Gandhi on the efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the pandemic was held. Fadnavis said the book is an insight of India's fight against COVID. The book gives a full story of how India managed to turn the COVID tide into an opportunity for growth. Over 186 crore 51 lakh doses of COVID vaccine have been administered in the country under the nationwide vaccination drive so far. The Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry today said that more than 12,56,000 COVID vaccine doses were administered to the eligible beneficiaries yesterday. The country reported over 1,100 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. Currently, India's active caseload stands at 11,558. In the last 24 hours, 954 COVID patients have recovered and the national recovery rate stands at 98.76%. More than 4 crore 25 lakh patients have recovered from COVID-19 in the country so far. Easter Sunday, signifying the resurrection of Jesus Christ after crucifixion and death at Calvary on Good Friday, is being celebrated across the world today. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people on the occasion. President Kovind said Easter inspires all people to follow the path of love, sacrifice, and forgiveness. He urged people to learn from the life of Jesus Christ and work together for betterment of entire humanity. Vice President Naidu said Easter reminds people that love is stronger than hatred and that virtue will always win over evil. He urged people to celebrate Easter by being compassionate towards all human beings. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said Easter brings thoughts and ideals of Jesus Christ and emphasizes on social justice as well as compassion. Modi wished that the spirit of joy and brotherhood be furthered in the society. You are listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News, Kohima. Nagaland recorded no new cases of COVID-19 from the 41 suspected samples tested for the virus today. The state also did not have any recovery or death of COVID patients. There are currently 8 active cases in the state, of which only one has mild symptoms. All positive patients are from Dimapur. Currently, Nagaland has a total of 35,487 confirmed cases, of which 33,236 have recovered. The death toll in the state is 759, while 1,484 patients have migrated to other states. Ukraine has asked the G7 nations for $50 billion in financial support and is also considering issuing 0% coupon bonds to help it cover a war-linked budget deficit over the next 6 months. Speaking on national television today, the president's economic advisor Ole Ustenko said these options were being actively discussed. The Rengma Selozi RSZ, a youth body of the tribe, celebrated its foundation day at EAC headquarters Tsogin in Semenyo district. It was hosted by Tsogin Range Public Organization. Professor of Geology Department, Nagaland University, Dr. G.T. Thong, as the guest speaker on the occasion, advised the youth to stand united for the welfare of Semenyo district, irrespective of any political affiliation, and cooperate with the government in developing the newly created district. He also challenged the youth to make Semenyo a model district and model headquarter. Logvesenyu Women Cultural Group presented a folk song, while a brief origin on the birth of TSZ and its vision was shared by RSZ President Kenneth Kath. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar on his birth anniversary today. In a tweet, Modi said Chandrasekhar was a towering personality who was widely admired for his commitment to democratic values and efforts to remove poverty. He said the former Prime Minister always worked for the welfare of the downtrodden and marginalized. The 5-day Army Commanders Conference is scheduled to start tomorrow at New Delhi. Army Commanders Conference is an apex-level biennial event which is held in April and October every year. The conference is an institutional platform for conceptual level deliberations, culminating in making important policy decisions for the Indian Army. During the conference, the senior leadership of the Indian Army will review the operational situation along with the active borders, assess threats in the entire spectrum of conflict, and undertake analysis of capability voids to further focus on capability development and operational preparedness plans. The inaugural function of the 22nd Inter-District Football Championship Dr. Tiao Trophy will be held tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. at Imkong Marine Sports Complex, Mokokchung. Minister for Agriculture and Cooperation G. Kaito will grace the inaugural session as the chief guest, while Advisor for Youth Resources and Sports Zale Neikha will be the guest of honor. The matches of the tourney will commence from Tuesday and conclude on 29th of this month, marking the 50th glorious years of Nagaland Football Association (NFA). The tournament is organized by NFA along with Department of Youth Resources and Sports and Mokokchung District Football Association (MDFA) as the host. It will be played on league-cum-knockout basis. And to end the news, a reminder of the headlines. India objects to WHO methodology for calculating COVID-19 death toll. Union Minister Piyush Goyal says India's vaccination rate is more than any developed nation and highest in the world. President Kovind, Vice President Naidu and Prime Minister Modi extends Easter greetings. And Minister Kaito and Advisor Zale Neikha to grace inaugural function of 22nd Inter-District Dr. T. Trophy in Mokokchung tomorrow. And that's all the news we have for you this evening. Good night.